Your legend grows. We are the sons and daughters of the Alliance.
Hey there. Be careful.
We fight in the shadows. Look to the shadows.
Hello. Farewell.
Soldier. By the might of the Alliance, our enemies see only defeat.
I've failed you, Gorthak. My life for the Empire. We have dominion over all. Empire. My life for the Empire.
Fate smiles upon us this day. When next we meet.
Alright, I'm going to try to do a little bit of commentary. I wasn't thinking of doing commentary, but I can't wear headphones anymore while I play. So I've decided just to see if I could turn it down a lot, which is going to make it really hard for me to hear anything in the game, but hopefully it won't echo in the commentary so much. Yeah, I might not even be audible, so this will be something where you might not be able to hear me or whatever, due to some Windows 10 limitations. But I'm going to do this for about 5 minutes, just to see if it's audible in the recording later. I'll turn off my mic after a couple of quests. I just want to see if I can get it workable without too much echo. I hate this. I need to get over there to get the quest without spending a half an hour killing the mobs I need to kill for the quest. Anyway, yeah, this is just a test here. Playing the beta, might as well beta my audio. Yeah, that might be still up to too much sound. I wish they'd let you insert a value instead of having a really tough to use. Alright, let's just do the quest. I'll screw around with it later if I can get it working. Maybe by the time the expansion's released, I'll be able to have commentary without wearing headphones. My issue so far with the beta is the fact that with my spec, the Beast Mastery, alright, Survival's the best spec to actually solo with, but of course, in the last expansion, they turned it into basically a, I don't know what the hell they turned it into. They just deleted a ranged spec, the best one to solo with, and made it so that hunters have no comfortably soloing range spec. And Beastmaster is the weakest hunter spec in this expansion that I've experienced since I'd say especially now since the tank spec. I mean, the pet, these are fixed now, depending on what you have. They call this a tank, and it gets run through just as fast as any of the other ones. They got rid of all their real tanking things. Basically, you get 7% health over that. And this that's like you can use for 6 seconds every 3 minutes, where you actually have a tank. A quasi-tank. I don't know why they did this, because all I could figure out is they did this because they want everyone that's a hunter now to be using melee. It's like they went back to the drawing board and said, hey, hunters should have never have been ranged. So let's make the ranged hunters so weak that we force anyone that like solo does quests. I mean, seriously. You gotta basically just hammer the heal button if you want your pet to stay alive. Especially if you get more than one thing on you. Another thing that's a little different from the other character I played on beta. I really didn't like hunters on beta until I copied my hunter from the main server. Because basically you had all crap stuff, like your item level is 185, much lower hit points, and of course no regen whatsoever, which is what makes it survivable if you have to personally tank anything. You know, if you peel it off of your pet, which is real easy now because they nerfed the pets back to where they were like 8 years ago, where they barely generate any threat. It's not too bad if you're fighting mobs one at a time, but that also makes it so you can't take any. Why the hell is there a level 120? This is another thing I don't get. You know, they talk about the level, you know, all the mobs go up with level with you. I guess this is all I have left, is a couple of these. But for some reason when you come over here, some of these mobs are 120. I'm like, that's not level scaling to me. They're just... And they will kill your pets in 2 hits. Anyways, yeah, that's my big gripe, is they're making it not fun for people like me who tend to just solo through my quests. And from what I could tell, it's all done because they want to make Mythic Plus dungeons and raids more difficult. So they just blanket nerfed the hell out of the threat generation for anything with threat generation. which means hunters and warlocks whose whole characters are based around keeping the threat on their pets are now just as affected by it.
Korthek brought this war upon us.
Alright, got an antidote here.
Are you here to help? Centralis save us all.
So their desire to make it more difficult for people to do high-level dungeons just makes it hell for pet classes that rely on pets to keep aggro. Just made their whole game a whole hell of a lot harder. My hope is that they fix that before it goes live, or make it a little bit better. I mean, in my opinion, they could make misdirection reset the cooldown whenever you cast on your pet. I think that's all that would really be needed, and maybe if they really wanted to help with that, with BM hunters, is make the pets a little bit more hardy. I mean, I don't get this. In Legion, the pets not only had much better defense, but they had like 15% more health than the hunter. Now they have like 15% less health.
We must remain strong.
And that not only
We will
affects
never give
how
up.
long they survive, it also affects the mend pet. You heal for less. Because 35% of 30% less health is 30% less healing done over the same time. I mean, I'd even be satisfied if they made it so that they both had the same health for the tanks. You know, like 7% more health for the hunter and 15% for the pet. And have this reset whenever you cast on your pet. That way you can always have mend pet up, and you can always misdirect if you wind up with several mobs on you. Which is, you know, it's going to happen. You'll see as I go through this, probably. I'm not sure in this. I haven't done these quests before. But there are a lot of quests where I was before that, just, okay. I need 100 cooking? I thought I had... Okay, I'm not sure. This is another thing. Maybe I have to find some food that'll help. Because this is the other problem I have. Right now, the hunter, I feel strong. You know, I'm able to play this hunter. It works well. Looking for a lost companion? No, I don't need that. It feels well and good because, you know, if the aggro does come on me, since I've copied this character over, I get to keep... Oh, of course, this is completely drained of all its stuff. But you get to keep this, you know, until level 116. Which, of course, as long as I stand still, I'm healing for 3% of my health every second. Now this is the ability although it's a little stronger, that makes survivable, you know, in a crunch, which you get into a lot of when you're soloing quests, because I can't I can't look at it unless I switch spec. I'll switch spec just to show you there's an ability that just makes a hell of a lot, or a talent makes a hell of a lot easier to, or maybe it's natural ability now. I don't know if it's on the spec sheet or not. I just know it's somewhere. I just gotta find it. Cause I was screwing around with this before and I saw it. This. You regenerate 3.4% of health every 5 seconds. That is actually very powerful. I mean, having the roots of Shaladrisil? Yeah, Shaladrisil. I can't frickin' make my mouth say that. Shaladrisil. There we go. Is very powerful. But this is powerful too. You just can't believe how much, especially paired with some of the attacks, that it helps keep your health up there. If you have to fight stuff in melee. Let's go back to Beast Mastery. And that was the spec I used for years and years, it seems. Probably for a long time. And who knows, I might have bitched about this in other videos years ago. But that's just...
I have many, many wares.
You know,
May your feet find good trails.
just a way to survive if you wind up with extra mobs. And what I've experienced so far is a lot of the areas, they put so many neutral mobs, and that's why I'm going to go back. Because I want to see if I have
The
that
horde
quest
will
up right
fall.
now. Where is the guy to go back?
Well met. Safe travels.
Freehold. There are so many neutral mobs around. You hit one of the wrong mob, you wind up with like 10 mobs. And most of the time you wind up with 3 or 4. No matter what you do or where you go. It's insane. You know, so you can't be careful. Just solely because the way the game is set up. It's set up to zerg you in a lot of places. And this is, you know, my talents. You can't choose Stomp unless you want to be stomped on. Stampede's kind of useless in where you're soloing. All these, anything that's like a AoE just gets you killed. Because not only do they have the regular mobs around, they'll have a whole ton of neutral mobs that'll get hit. And then all of a sudden you have all these neutral mobs on your ass that are no longer neutral because you hit them. Ah, what am I doing? So they really need to, and Beast Mastery has been like this historically. I think Legion had the strongest. So, you know, Legion, once you got this legendary, is what made Beast Mastery a beast. You know, whenever they torched survival.
Fancy
But
a
now
cuppa?
that they've gotten rid of this,
Smooth sailing.
my anticipation is it's just going to be like on the other tunes I made before this in the beta, or the item level. The good thing is that I have a better item level and do a little bit more damage and stuff, but I have these that do extra damage. It's just losing that. At 116, I'm going to go from
Lord Admiral's favourite
being able to
friend.
do these quests pretty well,
Safe passage.
and I anticipate all of a sudden I'm just going to be getting smashed into the ground by ads. Not that that's not a possibility in certain areas. Like if I get to... I can't remember where it is. It's down here somewhere. Freehold. Freehold has a potential to be a big mess. And that's the weird thing about the AoE here. It's really hard to keep, you know, with the new rules of, you know, the threat rules, where it's like, what, like 70% less threat. Whenever Stomp was generating a lot of your threat for area effect. So if I pull one thing, and like 2 or 3 others want to come, I'd want to have Stomp so that I could use that for it to pull aggro onto my pet. The only problem is, if you have that on, then Stomp not only becomes something you can use to pull aggro to your pet, it also just generally pulls aggro from all kinds of neutral shit constantly and makes it that much harder. It's just the whole setup. I have no idea. It's like this. I had, you know, let's see, 13. Can't remember where it was. Yeah, this. The Absorb Shield. 635. That's like less than one hit. The Absorb Shield that was on the Legendary was like 30% of your health. So it would have been like 12,000. Whereas in the new items, it's 600. So it's like even the replacements are kind of useless. So, you know, I'm just interested to see on how all this is going to work when it goes live.
Send those kids to the western edge of the foundry.
As to whether it's just going to make me stroke out. Alright, now I'm going to go silent. Why did I get caught? Huh? Alright, this is weird. All of these quests are over here. I'd really like to know why. It's just beta stuff. Alright, I'm signing off on the sound here. Or on the commentary. It might not even be audible. So half of what I said might not be able to hear. So maybe I'll get that fixed by the time.
Faithful employees.
Released.
Effective
Alright,
immediately.
peace and out.
All shifts
Enjoy
are
the rest of the
doubled.
video.
We do not ask this of you lightly. Your hard work ensures the safety of Kultiris in these uncertain times. Regarding increased company presence on site, rest assured they are here for your safety. Given the rumors of foreign invaders and spies among us, we can never be too careful. Obey their instructions to avoid any unseemly incidents. Kindly direct inquiries to Mr. Farthing or Mr. Williams.
Yeah, I am going to just have one more bit of commentary here. This is kind of what I was talking about. There aren't as many here, but there are neutrals around that get accidentally hit, and then they add to your battle. Sometimes they'll help automatically. It's not very thick here. You see a few here. I think there's usually more here. Somebody's been here and killed stuff recently. But it's a mess, because there's a lot of places like this. And I don't recall them doing this in other expansions quite so extensively. Anyways, enjoy.
Suffer no insolence from the soot-smeared rabble. Make examples if you must. All that matters is that our clients get their supplies on time.
Now to find a warm fire.
And ban this note after reading it, you buffoon.
Damn it all!
I'm going back to school. Fish are weird. Now to find a warm fire. Daddy says I need my seat. I'm going back to school.
You should have never come here.
Mate.
Yep, that was stupid of me to AoE there. Yep.
Yarr! Now to find a warm fire.
I don't care how you do it. I want those forges running day and night. The chemists are producing excellent powder, you will keep them supplied with refined azurite, or I'll find someone who can.
The
Do you
penalty
have
for
style?
trespassing is death. The penalty for trespassing is death.
Fish are weird. I'm going back to school.
Damn it all!
Please help the grown-ups too. Which side is starboard? I'm going back to school.
What's your story?
Watch your back out there.
I'm all ears. Keep your powder dry.
Cagney, get these kids on a ferry back to town. Talia will make sure they get placed into a shelter. Mate, I'll see you up ahead.
Ahoy!
Eyes on the horizon.
Good day to you. Look always to the sea.
Lord Admiral's favor, friend. Smooth sailing.
A job's a job, mate. You got any more business in town? Now's the time to do it. Let me know when you're ready to board that ship and go wherever the wind takes us.
Are you thirsty?
I'll follow your lead. Remember, the key to going anywhere you don't belong is just to walk in like you own the place. Good morning, sir.
Timetable's changed, boys. Get your grogs to go.
Quick, hide. Oh, I call the empty barrel. Oh, no, I think my barrel has pee in it. Nope, never mind. It's ale. We're good.
Clients want the stuff right now. We're shoving off. Steady as she goes, helmsman.
Wait. Do you hear that? Pretty.
Helmsman steers away. No, you idiot! The other way!
What the fuck happened in that video?
Good day to ya. Keep the wind in your sails.
What can I do for you? Keep the wind in your sails. Safe passage to you. Good day to you. Look always to the sea.
What can I do for you? Look always to the sea. Lord Admiral's favour, friend. Safe passage to you.
Lord Admiral's favour, friend. Smooth sailing. Let me show you what I got. Travel safely now.
at me, you briny hags! I'll fly your hides as my new colours!
So beautiful. You killed the love of my life. How could you?
There's usually a shit ton of mobs here, but it's a bunch of people here clearing them out.
Fancy a cuppa? Safe passage to you.
Fancy a cuppa? Look always to the sea.
You got the coin? 'Cause I got the bargains. Stop by anytime.
Not bad for a flea-bitten stowaway. You're lucky I didn't find you before we ran aground, or it'd be your guts I'm scraping.
Careful about sticking your nose into Ashvane business. They're as filthy as they come.
What's the word? See you around. Blood or gold, everything has a cost. Still a bit foggy. Just need a little drink to clear my head. That hits the spot. Let's get moving. Now, which way was it? Left? No, it was definitely right. Watch yourself. There's some nasty critters out here. I suppose I'll just wait.
Good day to you.
Toxic stingers. I'm sure those serve a totally legitimate purpose. Aha! This looks familiar. We must be going the right way. Hey, it's dangerous out here. You really should stick with me, you know. Hey, it's dangerous out here. You really should stick with me, you know. We went right last time, so it must be left. I think my head's finally clearing up.
Ahoy! Look all ways to the sea.
I'm all ears. Next round's on me. Freehold is a free people's port. Unlike Borealis, it has no rules or regulations about what vessels are allowed to dock. Privateers, mercenaries, even pirates are welcome. Naturally, it's a colourful town. I've never seen it this busy before. Something big must be going down. I'd bet my boots we'll find more Ashvane weapons at the docks. We need to learn who's buying them. Blood or gold, everything has a cost. Don't look back. Once you have proof that the Ashvane Company's been selling weapons to these scumbags, come find me up the hill at the main gate. I've been gone a long time. Let's hope I still have a few friends inside.
Good day to you. Look always to the sea.
At least I died fighting.
Show your steel!
At least I died fighting.
Cut you from stem to stern! Marry me, or his mirror. I'd fight it.
Bury me with my broom.
Bury me with me rum. I'll run you through.
If you're looking for tall, dark, and brooding, that's me. Well, dark and brooding, at least. Old gods? I mean, really? Some have mouths for eyes, others have eyes for mouths. Talk about a hot mess. Illyria is my favorite Windrunner sister. Edgier than Verisa, but slightly less homicidal than the dead one.
At least I died fighting.
Bury me with my rum.
Fancy a cuppa? Keep the wind in your sails.
I have many lucky doos you like. Farewell, friend of the Grummles.
What's your story? Watch your back out there.
But that...
Looking good. Let's tell the recruiter we've come to volunteer.
Step closer and don't mumble. Well, ye did bring your own hats. All right, get in there and report for orientation.
Hazing. He means hazing. Don't worry, we're skipping that part. I know a place we can hide out while we gather information. Avast, ye bloated barnacle! We've come for your booty!
I told you Iron-Tide punks to...
Wait a minute. Flynn?
I thought you were dead! Oh, don't tell me you're actually working for those bootlickers.
It's, kind of a long story. How about a drink? Are you thirsty? I'm thirsty. Next round's on me.
What can I do you for? Cheers! What'll it be?
Until
there you go. Now, a toast to better days. That hits the spot. Groggle Rail, say, Flynn, whatever happened to that woman you were always talking about? You know, the one with hair like ravens down?
Not now, Venric. We're here on serious business.
Okay, break time. Peace and out.